Guys, I could not have been more wrong. Oh my goodness. The Montreal Canadiens shock to me, the hockey world, and select Juraj Slafkovsky first overall. He was not, I was just going to say that Shane Wright was not the right choice. It's going to sound stupid. Anyways, I feel for Shane Wright, but at the same time, my goodness, this is crazy. The Habs go against the grain, and it depends on who you listen to, though, right? Like this draft is such a hard one to figure out in terms of who was the right one to go with. But ultimately, the Canadiens go with Juraj Slafkovsky. And yes, I have to say, if you watched my reaction on Habs Tonight live, I was shocked. I think a lot of people in the Bell Center were shocked. We had a live reaction right from in the Bell Center from our co-host, Nick, and I'm still processing for sure. The Habs also getting Kirby Dach in a crazy trade with Romanov going to the Islanders. Romanov's also no longer a Montreal Canadian. We've got Kirby Dach coming to the Canadiens as a centerman from the Chicago Blackhawks in a crazy deal with the Islanders and Blackhawks, trading up and trading picks and just all kinds of crazy stuff. So my goodness, I may have to do another video because this is specifically about Slafkovsky and Romanov getting traded, but man, mixed reaction. There's been a mixed reaction for the Habs pick in Slav, but you have to think the Canadiens are absolutely convinced that he's the best player in this draft. And the fact that we were able to get Kirby Dach, who is a centerman, 6'4", even bigger frame than Shane Wright, 21 years old, a little more mature, possibly definitely more NHL ready right now. So we don't know what Kirby Dach's going to turn into, but let's just focus on Slav for a second here. So we really went ahead and did it. We had the stones, we had the cojones. Kent Hughes and the Montreal brass goes and takes who some genuinely felt was the consensus first overall pick, Juraj Slafkovsky. I know Grant McKegg is just doing cartwheels right now. So like, I'm going to send him a congratulations text. I still haven't even got to it. I still haven't even answered my text. My phone's been blowing up. So many people are just confused and not sure of whether they like this pick or not with Slav and Dach. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. This is right off the cuff, you guys. I'm just getting off the Habs Tonight live stream. So forgive me if I'm a little all over the place, but man, I really, really hope that Slafkovsky becomes the player they think he's going to be. And I think that's all you can think as a Habs fan, is that the Canadiens are going to get this right, and they cannot afford to not get it right. No pun intended anymore, because Shane Wright is not going to be a Montreal Canadian. He was selected 4th. Not only this, Shane was selected 4th overall by the Seattle Kraken. Really cool to get potentially maybe a face for the franchise down the road as Shane Wright develops for Seattle, but definitely not a lot of us thought that he was going to go number 4 overall. That's for sure, because we know Nemec went to New Jersey. So my goodness, this has not been a draft for the faint of heart. This has been a draft for people that are looking for something different, for thinking outside the box. And the Montreal Canadiens just proved that they know how to think outside the box by going with Slafkovsky here. So, I mean, again, Slav's is listed at 6'4". What is it, 220? Let's even just pull up his stats here again now, especially because you guys know I was so focused on Shane Wright for the longest time. But now I got to focus on who we actually went ahead and selected, and that's Juraj Slafkovsky, 18 years old. So he's still freshly 18. Now officially, it even says you're drafted 1st overall by the Montreal Canadiens in the 2022 NHL entry draft. Shoots left. He's a left winger, 6'4", 218 pounds he's listed at right now. So, yeah, you guys, I got to say, still in shock, but the shock is worn off. I think at this point it's more of, are we going to get this? Are we going to turn this into the best player in the draft? And I think that given the time the Montreal Canadiens have spent revamping the entire hockey operations department, beginning with Jeff Gorton and now Kent Hughes as the GM, bringing Adam Nicholas as a player and skills development coach, bringing Vinny Lecavalier in, you bring Marie-Philippe Poulin and is going to deal with these prospects, going to work with Slav and a lot of the younger guys. This is definitely an outside the box pick for the Canadiens, and this is going to be, I don't know, you can't really look at it legacy, but I think that the Canadiens genuinely went with who they thought was the best player. So you guys got to let me know down in the comments in a second what your initial thoughts and feelings are after you've had time to process this a little bit, because my goodness, I was shocked. I'm gonna have to try to edit in or post my reaction from Habs Tonight, and go check out our show. It's pretty epic. It's pretty epic getting a live reaction directly from inside the Bell Center as Slav is the first pick. It's pretty epic. Logan Cooley, as we know, also going to the Arizona Coyotes, who that was expected, so that was not a shock, but it was certainly a shock to see Shane go to Seattle, and for me personally, seeing Slav be selected first overall by the Canadiens. So this kid is he's a monster. He's so big, a big body, going to be a power forward for the ages. Hopefully, is Slafkovsky going to be? We still have Josh Anderson, at least at the time of recording this video, so that could change, by the end of tonight, for all we know. But you guys got to let me know. This is just a raw, real reaction for what I did not expect to happen, which was, the Habs to pick Juraj Slafkovsky. I made both graphics ready on Habs tonight for Shane Wright and for Slav. And I had this one ready just in case, because it could have happened, and it certainly did. So leave a comment down below, guys. This is getting real now. We've made our first overall pick. It's Juraj Slafkovsky from Slovakia. Whether the sample size is big enough or not, the Habs believe in this kid enough to go and take him first overall and shock, to me, the hockey world, at least my world anyway. So let me know what you guys think. Put the comments down below. I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say about this pick. And you guys know what to do if you want to support the channel. Hit the buttons. You know what buttons to push. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you on the next one. I'm still a little in shock, but let's go, Habs, go.